Welcome, everybody. My name is Garrett, and I'm going to be one of your hosts for today's workshop. I really hope you're excited because what we're going to be talking about here today has the potential to change your entire life, just like it has for thousands and thousands of other people across the whole planet, including myself. Now, right off the bat, I want to clarify something. This presentation is basically an abridged, shorter version of our main presentation. Okay, we have a regular workshop too, and I want to be really clear here. You can watch this one, or you can watch that one, or you can watch them both. It really doesn't matter. The content is very much the same. But like I said, ours is about 20, 25 minutes. It's a lot shorter. And the other one's about 90 minutes. So if you don't have an hour and a half to spare, you're totally fine watching this one. Okay, now with that out of the way, just settle in, get comfy, and get ready to learn a few things. I'm about to share my slides here. While I do that, feel free to type in the comments where you're coming from today. Okay, so what exactly are we going to be talking about? Well, today we're going to teach you how to start a successful online business with no online experience, no business background, and no tech skills. Now, we have a very simple formula here that we're going to get into in a minute, but I need you to understand that if I can do this, you can do it too. Okay, I'm not special. I'm just your average guy with a Navy background, right? There are thousands of us using this system and have been for years. This isn't some new thing that we're just trying out now. It doesn't need testing. It's working as we speak. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why you are here. I mean, ultimately, guys, I think everyone's here for the same reasons, right? You're probably all at a point in your lives where you kind of realize that whatever you're doing right now isn't really working. All right, you're working the same old job, getting paid nowhere near enough. All right, and you probably figured out that working for someone else will never get you anywhere. And the only way to actually get somewhere is to work for yourself. Okay, now if only it were that easy, right? How the heck do you do that? I think you can all see where I'm going with this. Working online is the best, the easiest, the fastest way to start working for yourself out there. And the reason for that's really simple. Online businesses use automation. And just to bring it back for a second here, I want to talk about what drove me to get to where I am today. You know, before I started working online, like I said, I was in the Navy for 11 years. And something that I realized pretty quickly once I met my wife and we started having kids was that time is one thing that we can never, ever get back. You know, I spent so much time away from my family while I was deployed, and I'm talking months on end, right? I missed my kids' first words. I missed first steps and other huge milestones in their lives, all because I wasn't in control of what I did with my own time. Now, what's beautiful about our system and the automation that we're using is that removes a huge part of the human element. So my time is my own to do with as I please because computers never sleep. You know, I don't have to be there to monitor things 24/7. So I can spend as much time with my family being a father or being a husband as I can possibly stand. Now, like I said before, with the way we have all this set up, you don't need a technical background. You don't need sales experience. You don't need any experience at all. All right. We literally take you from zero to hero. This works for everyday, regular, average people like me all over the world, which means that it can work for you too. Guys, we've been doing this since 2016. Our members group has hundreds of thousands of people in it right now, and we've literally lost track of how many people have quit their jobs to work for themselves. Okay. I really wish we didn't lose track of that number, but it just got too big for us to handle. Well, I mean, which is a good thing, of course, but I can tell you it is in the thousands. Okay. And I'm talking people like farmers, construction workers, accountants, nurses, care aides, stay-at-home parents, right? You name it. All of these people with no experience, no background. And that shows you the power of our system. Now, before we get too far into things here, I'm going to need to bring on my co-host, Nazreen. Nazreen is an amazing woman from Vancouver, not too far away from me, actually. And the things she's done with this system are absolutely out of this world. So before I steal your thunder, Nazreen, why don't you come on and tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, everybody. Oh, it's so great to be here. Thank you, Garrett. Hi, everyone. My name's Nasreen, as we've said already. I'm originally from Lebanon, actually, but I came to Canada when I was really small with my parents. And I've lived in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada for most of my life. I joined our business community in February 2017. So I've been here almost since the beginning. And my reasons for starting my business was twofold. One was I worked 23 years, very long years in hospitality as a server in restaurants and hotels and was really quite physically exhausted and tired of doing shift work, getting minimum wage, and relying on tips. I had 3 jobs when I started my business here, and by 9 months, I was able to quit them all. And my other reason is my film career. I'm an actor as well. And for the last 13 years, I've been building my career, which demands a flexible schedule that no job could ever give me. Now, before I go any further, if you're thinking, oh, well, she's an actor, she's just faking this right now, I'm going to stop you right there because that is not how this works. I'm friends on Facebook with many casting directors, agents, and directors, and I have a lot to lose if I was ever to do something that wasn't legitimate. So joining this business, really, the first and foremost thing on my mind was, can I do this because I want to make sure this is 100% legit? I have, a lot riding on this. And working for myself has given me the income and the flexibility that my career requires. Now, the question is, how do we help? One of the biggest reasons why people either don't bother trying to start an online business at all or fail at it is because doing it alone or not setting it up properly just simply doesn't work. One of my favorite parts about our system is that it was built and designed for people just like you. Yes, you who have no online experience at all or even business experience. Our online experts have done it so that you don't have to spend time, energy, or money setting things up. We've taken all the complication out and made it very step by step so that anyone can do it. Remember how diverse we are, people from all backgrounds and all cultures and just from every age, all of that. It's because our system works for anybody. So if you're not techie, that's okay. We've got your back. So let's do some simple math here because you need a great system. That's the building blocks, but you also want to make money too, right? And putting all your eggs in one basket, as the saying goes, is not wise. We need diversity in people, diversity in how you make money. Having all your income come into your household from one income stream is just really quite dangerous, actually. So that's why we have 5 separate diverse income streams. Having income coming in from all these income streams is going to make things so much more secure for you. And some of them actually even pay you in US dollars, which is even better. But we have to get real. Please hear me when I say this, guys. This is not a get rich quick scheme, okay? Anyone promising you that you can make money overnight is pulling the wool over your eyes, and you need to run because we can't push a button and just make it rain money. There's a huge difference between online efficiency, like the automation that Garrett was talking about, and with diverse income streams that can bring you momentum with results versus some magic scheme that promises unrealistic outcomes, right? This is a real business with real results, and it still takes effort on your part. So this is going to require you to have your own motivation, be a self-starter in that sense, be goal-orientated, and you need to have discipline because there's going to be days where you may not necessarily feel like it, but showing up and being consistent is really important. Of course, you're going to have a lot of help from us, but you're the one that's also going to be the one in the driver's seat. You're the one running your own business.
Yeah. So if you look here, guys, these are the keys to a successful online business. And you'll notice here, there are only 3. It's not rocket science. Okay. But I want you to keep in mind that if you're here to learn something, this is where you're going to want to pay attention. Okay. We're basically giving away the secret sauce that makes us all work. And if you really wanted to, you could go off with this knowledge and try to start on your own. But I'm guessing by the time you see what we're offering here, you're probably not going to want to do it alone. Now, Nazreen, let's get into number 1.
Absolutely. So starting off, the first key is finding the right products or services. And you can't have a business without products or services. That's just, a given. And how it works online is this. You either have to work with one of these retailers that are out there directly, or you're going to end up working with a much larger network. But the thing is that these networks, there's a cost to doing business that way. They actually take a big cut of your commission. But that's not how we do things here. As a business owner with us, you want to maximize your earnings, and we want you to too. So we've removed the middleman altogether, so no one is taking a piece of commission away from you ever. We set you up with the retailers directly and the right retailers so that you can make more money. And of course, high paying commissions, that's what we want, right? So we found retailers that pay high commissions. There are no trinkets or trash here. You're not going to be selling Tupperware or selling makeup or anything of that sort. You're not going to be selling, period. This is not Amazon or drop shipping or anything like that. Now, some of these income streams deal with no physical product because they're a service, like coaching, for example, while others do have physical products. But I want you to hear me when I say this, because we're going to say this more than once today. You don't actually have to go out and do the selling yourself, okay? Now we're going to talk about getting in front of the right people, because once you have the right product or service, that's the first key, obviously. But how do you tell people about this, right? And not just anybody. You want the right people. And the right people are what we call quality traffic. Why is this important? Because let's say you're a bakery, that's your business, and you want customers. You're not going to actually make money marketing to people with wheat allergies, are you? You want right customers for your business, and social media and paid advertising is the best way to find the quality people you need who will more likely turn into customers. You'll get 24-hour access to our own step-by-step training, and we're going to teach you simply how to apply attraction marketing on social media. Now, the last key is just as important as the first and second, is finding a way to turn these quality traffic people into customers. So we're going to introduce to you a term that you may or may not have heard before, and it's called the sales funnel. Now, this is not a new concept, by the way. Actually, every single online business out there has some form of a sales funnel on their back end. But it's just, maybe to simplify it, it's just another way of saying automated system that's in place of your business, instead of having someone physically going up to customers, let's say, and constantly checking in with them or telling them they should buy this. Your sales funnel is kind of having all these moving parts connected together and working on your behalf so that you don't have to directly talk to people in that sense. People can come to my website, for example, and they all have the resources that they need to make an informed decision when they're ready on their own. And that's how it should be, right? So it removes the pushiness that a lot of people out there think that you need to have, and instead uses consistency and service. And it does this for you on your behalf 24/7 so that you don't have to. This is the beauty of machines working for you. This is what we call working smarter, not harder. And this happens to me and Garrett daily. We wake up and we have email notifications in our inbox, right? Showing us that we have leads, and even when we've made sales. It happened to me this morning without even me being aware of it and me doing anything. So Garrett, over to you.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about the sales funnel. Now, here is a list of some essential parts of any online sales funnel. Okay, you have to have a website that looks really nice and professional to bring people into your funnel. All right, you're going to have a system to track your leads. You're going to have automated email campaigns going out and sending reminders. Now, not everyone has this, but I'll tell you right now, having a massive community of social media with hundreds of thousands of people contributing from all over the world definitely also helps. Okay. On top of that, you have to have time to set up everything and maintain your funnel, and you're going to have money to pay for it all. So you can see, guys, you need an awful lot of things to get started. And knowing all this, what's stopping you right now from going off on your own and starting right now? Well, I mean, sure, you could try, but you are going to run into a couple of huge obstacles. Now, like I said before, time and money are a big factor here. First off, it will take you forever to make your own sales funnel and to make it actually work. Right? You need all kinds of different programs and software, and you need them all to work together and talk to each other to actually produce the sales that you're looking for. And on top of that, you have to maintain that as well. Okay, that's hard. It takes a lot of work. It's actually taken us years to perfect ours. Okay, but I'd say even more importantly, guys, it's really going to cost you. Okay, these systems are pricey. Now, we've actually put together a list of some of the platforms that a lot of people are using in the online space. And these are really, the plain Jane platforms that people are using. And check these out. Look at the prices here. This is not cheap software. Okay, we're talking $23,000 before you even get out of the gate. And I'll be honest here, guys, this is the short list. This is not everything you'd need. We did not bother listing everything because we've got you covered. Okay, you don't have to do this on your own. There is no reason for you to reinvent the wheel here. Our system has been converting people into customers since 2016. Right? It's already proven itself. Why would you start from scratch? All right, and I want to briefly touch, I know Nisreen mentioned the training earlier, but I think this is what makes it so that anyone here can be successful with our system. We have an entire website dedicated to training our members. We have a staff of about 30 people that actually keep it all up to date and create hundreds of videos that we all use. And guys, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm still using the training site almost every single day. Okay, there's no other training package out there that even compares to what we've built. We have book clubs, we have contests, we have awards, we plan events to get together all over the world. We do weekly live mastermind sessions for any one of us to tune into. Guys, we've done it all. We have it all built for you, and it's just waiting for you to come claim it.
Now, so here you are with this wonderful opportunity in your hands, and you get to choose. This is your choice. It's your life, right? Your goals and what has personally driven you to actually seek this out today. If you don't say yes, what else could you do? Well, there's staying at your job that you don't like, that's draining you. Or you could actually, what's worse, you could have to compensate by getting a second or third job that takes you even farther away from your family. And let me tell you, as someone who had 3 jobs, it's very, very draining and it's not sustainable. Like, it's not something you can do for years on end because you will put your health in jeopardy, not to mention the fact that you'll never see your family, right? You could do investments, but you want to talk about risk. You better know exactly what you're doing and have enough money to invest, right? That's not for everybody. And MLMs, I mean, do we need to talk about that? MLMs are old fashioned. They're all based on recruitment and cold calling. And it is methods that have, I thought, really truly died in the 1980s. They do not work anymore. And any offline business, well, maybe you've had one yourself, or maybe you know someone who has. It's extremely expensive. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not a lot more than that. This is really your choice, guys. If you decided to go for it, if you decide to take us up on this, how do you start? You become a member. And you're probably wondering, well, what does that even mean? Well, becoming a member means that you are taking action further than just being in this group, right? We are going to move you from this Facebook group, which we do love so much, but now you've kind of graduated onto our big main members group. This other members group that we keep talking about is much bigger, guys. It's like 137,000 people. We grow that with, get this, about 150 to 200 action takers, members that is, per day. We're steadily growing that. That is where all the action really happens. That's our group for serious people, right? Not just people that are checking things out. We created this group so that you can definitely have your sneak peek, but when you're ready, that other group is waiting for you. You're going to be assigned a mentor and a coach right away when you become a member as well. Now, mentors and coaches have different roles in our community, but very important roles. And you need as much guidance and help as you possibly can use, right? Because you've never done this before. You're going to also get access to training when you start your business. And, right after you even speak with your coach, you're going to get your own link to the introductory part of the training site, so you can actually have a sneak peek of that, right? You're also going to get an intro video series. So what that means is that you're going to get 3 hours worth of video material where we break down the income streams of the business model on the inside and show you exactly how you make money with them. That's the good stuff. That's what you really want. But we don't show it to you in advance just because it's quite a lot of detail, right? 3 hours, that means now it's time to actually sit down and learn about how you make the money. You're also going to get a one-on-one strategy call with your coach. This is really important and something that as coaches we really love to do. Your coach is going to learn about where you're coming from, what goals you have, and what's the best way forward for you. And then of course you're going to get your own personalized sales funnel. So you're not getting a website that's going to be looking like everybody else's. You get to personalize it, and the best part is that we have a tech team to actually build it for you. So becoming a member has a lot of, and I don't want to even say perks, it has every benefit to actually get you started.
Seeing this all together listed out, I'm always amazed that we can offer this at such a low cost, right? I mean, we can't offer it for free, obviously, but if you just look back a few slides, for the software alone here, the most basic system costs about $23,000 to even start. And what we're offering is already up and running. Okay. But we're also offering mentorship, coaching, strategy calls, community, hours of training materials, right? Not for $23,000, but for $149. Now, let me say it again, $149 US. This is a one-time fee here. We're not doing a monthly subscription or anything like that. Okay. Now, I want to explain why we can offer all this at such a great price point. It's really just a matter of bulk buying. Okay, we are the biggest game in town. We have so many people using our system that we all kind of share the burden of paying for these expensive systems. Okay, now we are going to step it up just one more notch. I mean, for everyone right now, you're still learning about this and kind of figuring things out for yourself. And, there's probably a lot going through your mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the stress off. Okay, we're going to let you check out everything for a full month, completely risk-free, which means that you get a full 30 days to decide if this is for you. If for whatever reason it's not, all you have to do is ask and we'll refund your $149. Now, there is one condition on that, and I think you'll all agree it's totally fair. All that we ask is that you don't get a refund after you've had your strategy call with your coach. Okay, and the reason for that is simple. right? Our coaches are compensated for their time out of that 149, and everybody's time is worth something, right? Your time is valuable. Well, so is theirs. Okay. So once you've had that coaching call and we've sat down with you and we've taken time to understand what's going on with your life and come up with a plan that's going to get you going in your own business, obviously you're not going to qualify for a refund at that point. And I think that's pretty fair. But anytime within 30 days before that call, all you have to do is ask. And speaking of asking, I think everyone here should probably ask themselves one very important question right now, right, Nazreen?
Definitely. The question that I have for you guys is, what are you waiting for? Because you know what, as time goes on, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Hey, it's worked so well for years. We're not going to change anything. But as time goes on for you, what concerns me for you is that things out there in the world are not going to get easier. They're going to get harder. And I think you know that on some level because the world has permanently changed, right? But what was the reason that brought you here today? And it wasn't just the ad you saw or the person you spoke to. The deep-rooted personal reason connected to your family, your finances, your stress levels versus your happiness and the time that you want to spend doing the things that you want to do with the people that you love. You know, living a full life is not just possible for just some people. It is possible for anybody who wants it bad enough and anybody who believes it can happen. And this is connecting you to something that can actually help you do that, right? Those are powerful reasons. Hold on to them. Let them lead you, because those are prompting you to change something. And in order to change something in your life, you have to do something different. You know, the stats tell us that we make 35,000 decisions every single day, you know, a mixture of big ones and little ones. Well, today, this is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. And it's going to impact you and your family for years to come. So if you're excited to get started, then click the link associated with this workshop and let us give you the steps to move forward, to get you rolling and welcome you in the big Facebook group over there that we've told you about. And if you're still not 100% sure, you're excited, you want to do it, but you still have some questions first, then talk to the person that got you into this Facebook group. On behalf of the entire community and behalf of myself and Garrett, we want to thank you for your time today, and we're here to, you know, build success together. Bye-bye.